Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Pray that you guys have had a great day thus far. This is Tuesday Talk with T, and today is January 16th, 2024. Uh, Grateful that God has allowed us once again to come together and to talk some things out. Uh, we talked about some things last week about our health, and so today we're going to talk about uh, how is your health part two. We're going to talk about maintaining good health. If you're on, type in the comments. Let me know that you're on, that you're able to hear me. And I'm grateful once again for those of you that always tune in. You never miss a beat. You always tune in and give us encouragement simply just by tuning in. So we're thankful. We're thankful to God for this beautiful, brisk, cool day because this is a day that He has allowed us to wake up to. So I don't know about you, but I'm going to choose and rejoice and be glad in this day. We ask that you keep encouraging us as we continue with our Tuesday talk and also with our Bible study moments that's aired on Thursdays with my husband, Dr. Larry Black, for the Bible study moments. Those moments have been great and uplifting to me. Let me apologize for the hoarseness of my voice. I had a preaching assignment on this past Sunday, and I think I must have overdid it. But I enjoyed my time doing the work of the Lord, and I'm still hoarse from that. But so be praying much for me. But let's talk about it. And I always give you an encouraging word for the week. And this week, the encouraging word is found in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 1 through 2. That's Proverbs chapter 3, verses 1 and 2. And it says, "My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee." That's Proverbs chapter 3, verses 1 and 2. I'm going to read it again. It says, "My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee." Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We're talking about how's your health. We're talking about today's segment of maintaining your health or maintaining good health. And last week we talked about three particular health concerns that we have, which is high blood pressure, diabetes, and obesity. Those are some three major ones. Hey, Tom, I appreciate you being on. Hey, baby. We talked about those three health concerns. High blood pressure, diabetes, and obesity. We also discussed setting some goals in our lives, some goals such as making sure that we do things like better sleep and uh, practicing some certain eating habits, such as eating more fruits and vegetables. And I also took it a step further about uh, taking one day to come off of social media. My day is Wednesday, so on tomorrow I will not be looking at social media at all in any form like I did last Wednesday. It sort of refreshes your mind. So we talked about those things, and we also talked about eating healthy and balanced diets for the whole body. So when we talk about eating healthy and balanced diets of whole foods, those are Tay Tasha, love you, baby. And try to avoid processed food. You know, those processed foods that we love to eat. We love our bologna. We love our wieners, hot dogs. Those are types of processed foods that we need to try to avoid. I'm not to say eat them. No, don't eat them at all, but try to cut back on how much of it that you eat. We talked about staying active and exercising regularly. That's a key component. That's a key component. Also, managing and reducing our stress level. That's also a key component that can also help with making sure that our bodies is intact. Stress levels can really take you to some places health wise that you don't need to go. So we talked about maintaining and reducing our stress, and we're going to talk a little bit about that also again. Also improving our sleep quality and making it a priority, making sure we get enough sleep. between 7 to 11 hours of sleep, which is basically the norm. Uh, there are some people that might not get 7 hours of sleep. I'm good if I get six. I try to at least get 6 hours of sleep. We're talking about rest, constant sleep, but try to make that as a way of reducing any problems as far as your stress and as far as other problems that can cause you health concerns. To try to sleep well. We also talked about maintaining social relationships and um, healthy self-esteem. Get out and make a lunch date with a friend. Talk about some things that will help benefit you. Even the person that you're spending the lunch date with. So do something different. We talked about that. So when we talk about maintaining good health, it doesn't happen by accident. This is something that requires work. Uh, I can talk all day about maintaining good, healthy habits to promote good health, but if I don't put things into practice for myself, then I'm just talking. I'm just talking. And Tom, I see that you're good if you get 4 hours of sleep. You need to work on getting more hours of sleep, my friend, because 4 hours is not enough. So you need to try to find a way to get more than 4 hours of sleep. Uh, that's really just not enough for anyone at any age. So we'll talk more about that. But maintaining good health doesn't come by it doesn't happen by accident. It does require work and smart lifestyle choices. Everything we do in life, I always say that everything we do in life is a choice that we make. We can choose to eat the wrong things, or we can choose to eat the right things. We can choose not to exercise, or we can choose to exercise. We can choose not to get enough sleep, or we can choose to get enough sleep. So make sure that our choices are valid, and it helps us. And now we're going to talk about making sure you get your checkups and your tests and the things that matters to our bodies. That means that you need to make sure that you make appointments with your physician. And so some of my questions to you today is: have you scheduled your annual physical exam for the year? Those of us that's over 65, these are called Medicare wellness visits. Um, we get those every year. That's Medicare requires us to do. Have you scheduled those visits? If you're under 65, you have primary insurance. Have you scheduled those visits, those annual physical exams? I'm talking about head to toe exams, not that you go to your doctor for a common cold or you feeling sick. I'm talking about a full head to toe exam. If you haven't, I implore you to make sure you contact your primary care physician to get that set up. If they haven't contacted you already, you contact them. If you know you haven't had that physical exam, you call your doctor's office and say, we need to set this appointment up so I can have my complete physical. And for women, that includes them doing breast exams and pelvic exams if necessary, such as your pap smears if it's needed. Make sure that you get that scheduled. Mammograms, ladies, mammograms is significantly important. That you need to make sure that's also should be part of your physical exam, is that you have your mammogram scheduled as well. Please, 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 those of us that are older, and I know sometimes insurance companies say you may not need a mammogram like every 2 3 years. The devil is a lie, because I get mine every year. I don't play games with that. I want to make sure that everything, and especially if there's a history in your family of breast cancer. I don't have a history in my family of breast cancer. It doesn't matter. But I've had things done to where I've had uh, biopsies done on my breast. And so because of that, everything's been fine. Just because of that incident that happened way back in 99, I make sure I get my mammogram done every year, period. You know, insurance can tell you all day long they might not pay for it, but yes, they will. Yes, they will. So make sure you get that, ladies. Gentlemen, if I have any guys other than my husband, prostate checks. Baby, I'm on top of it. Prostate checks. When you schedule your physical exam, make sure some of you men may be a little odd about having that done. Please, sirs, Make sure that you get there. If you're over the age of 45, you need to make sure that is included in your physical exam. Your doctors will remind you, but in case for some reason they may not, you remind them, I need that prostate exam, sir, ma'am, whoever your doctor may be. That's very important. I love my husband being an advocate. He's a significant advocate for making sure that men are made known. They are to the point to where they need to know about prostate exams. That is so important. So just like the ladies have to make sure they have their pap smears, for those ladies that still have to have pap smears done. Some of us don't have to have those done now because of we've already had surgery like hysterectomies and had a complete uterus and all that taken out, so we don't need those exams anymore. But you still need to go visit your doctor. So make sure I'm real passionate and advocate about making sure that people get their physical exams done every year. How healthy are you? How healthy are you? How would you rate your overall health? How would you rate your overall health? Is your overall health, is it excellent, very good, good, fair, or poor? If I was to rate my health, I would rate my health as very good. I can't say I can't call myself excellent. I wish I could, but I have some things that I have to deal with, and so I can't say I'm in excellent health. And not too many people can say that. There's a vast few that can say they're in excellent health. So I will pray that the bulk of us is in, at least we can say we're in very good health, or at least good health. But if you come under the category of in fair health and especially poor health, you and I need to talk, because we need to fix that to where you need to move up from being in fair health to good health. And the only way that can be done is that you have to make up in your mind to have a healthier lifestyle. It's the only way that can be done. You have to be conscious enough to know that I got to do things better. And like I said, last week, it's not a resolution. It's not because it's a new year. You need to make sure that you get to be a new you. Why do I say a new you? A new you is the one that you can live longer and healthier and happier. Make that a priority of 2024, that you would do better this year than you did last year. I get my physical exams every year, so does my husband. But we want to make sure that our health is much better the following year. We both have our appointments coming up this year. Mine's coming up in next month. His is in, I think, April. We want to make sure that we are better. So a lot of times we might have to do some things that before we get to the doctor. You know how we do. Before we get to the doctor, we got to make sure we don't eat that much sugar. We don't eat that much fatty foods, and we want to make sure that our weight's not gonna go off the roof, so our doctors won't fuss at us. So that's why I say keep it moving. Got to keep it moving. My husband's typed in that the average age for hospice care today is moving towards 60 to 75 years old age range. He has come home to tell me that there are some that's even younger than 60. There's some that's even younger than 40 that's in hospice care. That was alarming when he told me that, and it sat in my spirit that you got people that's in hospice care with terminal illness that's less than 40 years old. So that's scary. So I just don't want us to be a statistic. We can do better, and we can make better choices. One of the things that help us maintain a healthier lifestyle is, well, like we talked about last week, we got to get moving, got to keep it moving. And if you want to feel healthier, more energetic, and in a better mood, get moving. I did a few exercises before I got on today. Just a little chair exercise. Got a chair. I just kicked my legs up. I just did some kicking my feet up. I just did some things. I squatted down. I did something. I did some form of exercise because I wanted to keep moving. Especially those of us who are older, we need to keep moving. Because when we sit down quietly in one spot for hours, you know what happens when we get ready to get up. It's hard for us to get up. So we need to keep moving. I'm not saying run a marathon, but we need to keep moving. So regular exercise can benefit both your physical and mental health in a multitude of ways. And if you don't need to, we don't need to, like I said, we don't need to run a half marathon or sweat it out in the gym or hours to reap the reward. Just simply keep it moving. Keep moving. That's all we have to do. Just keep moving. Okay, another one is that we want to improve our heart health. Exercise benefits our heart health. Okay, and it's having a stronger heart can help lower our risk for cardiovascular disease, such as a heart attack, a stroke. Those are cardiovascular diseases that we're trying to prevent. Come on, black folk. You know how it is with us. It's all like almost like we're at the top of the list of having things that trickle down. Everybody, every other race may have some problems. Something about us that we're at the top of the list. We don't have to be at the top of the list. Okay, so we want to make sure we want to improve our heart health. Exercise, keep it moving. That really helps. We also want to boost our brain health. Yeah, we have a brain health. Okay, so that means that when you exercise and start doing things to help improve your cognitive mind, your thought process, it will help reduce dementia. It really will. Uh, I find myself, I have a couple of things on my phone, like word puzzles or things that help keep my mind sharp and keeps me thinking. That is very important to help with brain health. If you keep your mind doing something, if you don't use your phone, just they sell crossword puzzle books all over the place. Go to Walmart, go to Dollar General, go to Dollar Tree, and get a book, a crossword puzzle, a word search. Keep your mind sharp. It's very important how you need to keep your mind sharp. These are things, along with exercise, and these are things that can help reduce the risk of dementia. The older we get, once you pass over the age of 40, you start losing cells, brain cells. That's a fact. Once you get over the age of 40, you start losing brain cells. All of us, all of a sudden, we get to a point where we can uh, think of something we needed to do, and we get up and we try to go to the other room to try to figure out, okay, what was it that I got up for? So, and all of us have been there. I don't care who you are. All of us have been to a point where you say, okay, I got up to go get something. What was it I went to go get? And find yourself. Now I do. I find myself going right back in the same spot. Okay, let me retrace my step. Go back in that other room and say, okay, God, help me figure out what it was that I got up for. We've all been there. But yeah, and my husband says reading, and reading is an excellent tool to help with cognitive health, with your brain health. Reading is important. Get a good book. Get a good book. Of course, we're always going to promote reading your Bible. We're always going to promote that. But get a good book and read, and this will also help you uh, keep your brain sharp and intact. Okay, and also improve healthy choices can improve your mood. Physical activity can improve your mood, the mood that you're in. It's shown that the exercise and the regular things that you can do, it reduces the risk of depression and anxiety. I, I know that to be true. I love walking. I enjoy walking, and I know that decreases anxiety moments that I might have in my life. Because sometimes I do get a little antsy. So, but walking outside, as my hubby said, getting that fresh air, and I talked with you last week about outside and getting fresh air and spending that time with God is nothing like it. I tell you, it is nothing like it. I love walking. And if I'm walking by myself, it's me and God. Or if I'm walking with my husband, sometimes when we're quiet, I know that the both of us are spending that quietness. We may not be saying anything, but we're spending that quietness listening to God. Um, Miller, you said that we have to be mindful of what we intake. That is true. And when we make bad choices or consume the wrong things in our bodies, yes, ma'am, they'll catch up with us in our latter years. You are on point. Said we might can't see the effects in our younger years. We definitely need to be mindful. You are on point, Millie. Thank you, my sister. That is significant because it's the choices that we make. We probably didn't see it while we were younger, but trust me, you will see it when you get older. So I'm glad you pointed that out, Millie. Thank you so much for sharing that. That yeah, you will see it as you get older in your latter years. So it's all about our choices. Uh, Also, the exercise and things that we're talking about to help with healthy life, it can help with weight management. When we move around, when you move your body, you burn more calories. You seriously, I don't care what anybody tells you, you can't burn calories sitting there in the chair and you're not doing nothing. Even if you're sitting in the chair, you can at least move your legs, move your arms, but you can't burn calories sitting there and not doing anything. So you burn more calories than you would if you were inactive. But burning more calories each day can help make it easier to lose weight and keep weight off. You need to do something. I don't care if it's just going back and forth from your front porch to your mailbox. Believe it or not, that's a form of an exercise. You can leave your front porch, leave your house, go to your front porch, go to your mailbox, and turn around and go back and repeat that cycle several times a day. Your neighbors might think you're crazy, but you're doing something that's going to help you. Okay, so you need to be doing something. Okay, exercise and being active can also strengthen your bones and your muscles. And being physically active can help your bones and muscles strong and make it easier to move around easier. Even at our older age, I've seen females that's older than me get around better than me. And I call that can be an embarrassment. When you start seeing females older than you that get around better than you, okay, so I'm making a conscious decision. I gotta make better choices. So I want my bones to be strengthened. I can stand to lose a little bit of weight, but I want to improve my brain health. I want to improve my heart health. I want to maintain a better weight. I want to make sure that I'm doing things that's going to be easy for me to get around better. I don't have any baby grandchildren. All of my grands are grown. But if I have to do things with them, I want to be able to do those things with them without getting tired or exhausted. Okay, and even exercising and moving around can also reduce the risk of chronic diseases such as the diabetes, such as the high blood pressure, and even obesity. Okay, it can help reduce your getting cardiovascular disease such as the heart attack, having heart attack, the risk of heart attack and stroke. It can help reduce it, like I said earlier. Okay. Also, we mentioned about eating more better food choices. We need to eat more whole food, and less processed food. Now, some of the examples of whole food includes fruits and vegetables. We mentioned that last week. Also, nuts and seeds. You got to make sure that nuts and seeds are very good, but make sure we don't overdo any of the things I'm going to mention. Fruits and vegetables, they are real good, but be cautious of certain types of fruit. A lot of fruits have natural sugar, such as grapes. Grapes are good. I love grapes. But I can't overdo grapes because grapes have natural sugar and it sits in the middle area of your body, like your stomach. Okay, so you have to be cautious of how much of the grapes that you would eat in a given day. So you have to be sporadically doing these things, such as the fruits and the vegetables are always good. Vegetables are always, you can eat vegetables all day, every day. They're always good. Okay. The darker the better. I love spinach. I love spinach. Spinach is a good choice of a vegetables that you can eat. Corn is very good too, but it's starchy, so you have to be cautious of how much you eat of that. So you have to be cautious of certain things. I love collard greens, turnip greens. I love the dark leafy vegetables are excellent. They're excellent vegetables. Nuts and seeds, as I mentioned before, just make sure you don't overdo. But nuts and seeds, they're good components. Some of the nuts have the omega component that you need for heart health. So it's good to use to eat nuts and seeds just sparingly. Uh, Legumes, which is beans and lentils. I love pinto beans. I love green beans. I love those. Right now, I got a pot of black eyed peas. I'm getting ready to eat in just a little bit that I got on. Okay, I love those types of things. I love navy beans. I love beans. I love black beans. Uh, uh, as my husband put, going back to the vegetables, be careful as you season your vegetables. You want to make sure you don't overdo with the sodium content of what you're season your vegetables with. We love our collard greens. We love to have that ham hock in it. My husband and I, we found that turkey is a better component to use when you season greens, such as your collard greens, your turnip green. Try using turkey. That's better than the pork. I know the pork, the ham gives it that, but I promise you that turkey does the same thing. Also, Whole Foods eggs are good, despite what people may tell you about eggs as far as cholesterol levels. Eggs are good. Eggs are good for you, and doesn't mean that you have to eat them all day, every day, all 7 days a week. But eggs are good for you. They are. They don't raise that cholesterol level like most people may think. Have you to believe. You just have to be cautious. I don't know anybody that eats eggs every single day, all day, but eggs are very good for you. Meats and poultry. Uh, I told you last week you got to make sure that, particularly the red meats, for those who have a cholesterol issue, you shouldn't eat no more than about 2 to 3 red meats a week. Not every day. I love my burgers. I love steak. Um, but I have to make sure I don't eat a burger and steak every single day. So at least about 2 to 3 times a week is a good thing. Poultry, such as your chicken, your turkey, those are excellent. Those are excellent. You can eat that all the time, and But as far as the chicken, when you fry it, once again, you got to be cautious of how much of fried chicken, fried foods anyway, that you take in, because that doesn't help with our cholesterol as well as our high blood pressure issue. It gives us a problem when we eat too much fried foods. Fish and seafood is always good. Fish and seafood is always good. Once again, fried fish and then fried foods you got to be cautious about. Baked fish is excellent. I love salmon. My husband, he does real good when he prepares salmon for me. For somebody that don't eat salmon but knows how to prepare it, very good. And I love my salmon and seafood's real. They're real good. They're good for you. They help with the heart health. Plain yogurt. There's such a thing as plain yogurt. Some people eat Greek yogurt, to each its own. I'm not a Greek yogurt fan. I love yogurt, but I don't like Greek yogurt. So I have to be cautious of making sure that I do, when I eat yogurt, that I don't eat it a whole lot. I don't eat that 7 days a week, but I love yogurt when I get it. Uh, and that's a good helper. Olive oil is excellent. It's excellent. You can use olive oil to fry your food. You can do olive oil to base your food. Olive oil is very, very, very good. Uh, whole grains such as brown rice. Brown rice is good. There's also a whole grain plant called quinoa. I've never heard of that. I had to look at it. Quinoa is it's a plant, but it's like a grain plant. Um, and steel cut oatmeal. Oatmeal is always good for those who like oatmeal. The only thing I like about oatmeal is oatmeal cake. I don't eat oatmeal. My husband does. I don't eat oatmeal, so I'm not a fan of oatmeal. But oatmeal is very good for those who love it. It's very good. Those were the examples of whole foods, and I just looked at the time. My goodness, it's almost 2:30. Um, Also, give you quick samples of processed food. Processed foods are your commercial baked goods, like your cakes, your pies, your pastries, your cookies, uh, chips and crackers, and processed meat that I mentioned, like hot dogs, lunch meat, sausage. Um, I'm messing up a lot of folks right now. So, sugar sweetened beverages, your teas. Those of us that like our teas and we like it sweet, be cautious. Boxed rice or pasta dishes. Um, I'm getting ready to fix some mac and cheese because I got a taste for it today. So, and that's a pasta dish, you know. So I have to be cautious. I haven't had it in a while, so I'm gonna treat myself today. Uh, Prepackaged microwavable meals. Those meals that we thought were healthy. Uh, they're prepackaged meals. They're processed, so we have to be cautious and look at the nutrition content of those healthy choice meals that are prepackaged, microwavable meals. White bread, white rice. I told y'all last week, the darker the item, the better. Brown rice is better than white rice. Okay. Uh, Wheat bread is better than white bread. Okay. Also flavored yogurt, and that's my thing. When I do eat yogurt, they're flavored yogurt. So I need to start doing plain yogurt. Ice cream, ice cream. We love our ice cream. So these are processed type foods that we have to be cautious about. I'm not saying take them totally away from your diet, but don't overdo it in your diet. I'm gonna do one other thing, and I'm gonna have to end this segment. Now, I hope you all are getting information real good. I know it's helping me. It's helping me to learn about some things that I need to do and not do. And yes, dear, oh no, not ice cream. Yes, ice cream, my husband, ice cream. So we have to make sure that we're cautious about these things. You would never thought some of the things such as ice cream is considered a processed meal, processed food, but it is. Now, one of the things, and we talk about is that if you smoke, try to quit. Try to quit. Let me say it again. If you smoke, try to quit. Talk to your doctor if you have an issue about smoking. Let me help you out. Years ago, a lot of people never thought that I used to smoke. Yes, I used to smoke. That was back way, way, way back when cigarettes was 50 cents a pack. So y'all know that's been a minute. And I had to stop because I had some health concerns back then that my doctor told me if I didn't stop, I would develop cancer. So I had to stop smoking. So if you are a smoker, try to quit. Talk with your doctor about helping you try to quit. There are things you guys can get over the counter. You can go to 1-800 Stop Smoking. I think that's the 800 number. There are also things such as Chantix that you can take, the gum, but talk with your doctor about it, because if you smoke, quitting is the most important step you can take to improve your health, no matter your age. When you quit smoking, it adds years to your life. I promise you it will. It will add years to your life. So you need to talk with your doctor about if you have a heart, because I'm here to tell you that's not one of those things that say, okay, I'm gonna lay the cigarette down, I'm gonna be good. No, that's a hard habit to break. I'm here to tell you. I had to pray to God. Now, I wasn't a chain smoker. A pack of cigarette could last me 4 or 5 days, but I had to pray to God to take that taste of nicotine out of my mouth. And so it's not as easy as most people may think. Some people can put it down, and I applaud them. But sometimes it takes some help, especially when you've been smoking for years. So talk with your doctor about it, and uh, make it a priority that you stop those things, such as the smoking, that would help for better life. I know, Tom, you said for me to keep going, but I do need to stop. It's 2:33, and I had so much that I wanted to talk about, such as we talked about sleep deprivation. If you're not getting enough sleep, and please, please, my dear friend, make sure you work on making sure you get enough sleep, such as making create a quiet, dark, comfortable sleep environment. Some people use eye mask or blackout curtains, to make the room conducive for you to sleep. Some people, I know we do it in here at our home. We make sure that our temperature, when we go to bed, we drop our temperature down and let the house be cool. Something about the coolness of the house make you sleep better. It's recommended that you do, some people go as low as 60 degrees, 60 to 67 degrees in their household. And some people go that low. My baby girl, bless her heart, I love her dearly. You go visit her, it's going to be low. She believe in that low temperature. so but it help you get the best sleep. Okay, so you may want to try those things. Okay, Miss Teresa, I'm gonna give you about a few more minutes, Teresa. Give me 15 more minutes. But yeah, try to create a quiet, dark, comfortable place. Blackout curtains does do help. Um, Use earplugs if you have to. Some people put on soft music, and that's some music um, that you will be able to sleep. Let it put you to sleep. Put the TV on some music, or put your phone on some music, and let it put you to sleep. Uh, Make sure your mattress and pillows are comfortable. Okay. Also, avoid screen time before going to bed. That's also a recommendation. A lot of us do our electronic device. We like to be on the computer just shortly before heading to bed. A lot of us do that. So we may want to cut back on how much computer time, how much TV time we do before going to bed, and that's hard to do because most of us we get ready to go to bed. We have just got through watching television, or we just got through looking at the computer, we just got through looking at our phones, and then we say we're going to bed. Okay, so but try to avoid so much screen time, and maybe uh, for those, especially for those who have problems sleeping, make sure that you cut those devices off for at least 10-15 minutes before you climb into bed to try to free your mind. Uh, Also, create a relaxing bedtime routine instead of watching TV or working on the computer. Just like I said, do something to help you relax. And do something to help you relax. Try gentle stretches. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs. That will also give you those moments of movement that you need. Read a book. Read a book. Try meditating or doing breathing exercise, taking those deep breaths in and letting them out. Do those exercises. Just relax your body before heading to bed, because that will also help you with sleep. Limit your caffeine, alcohol, and nicotine intake. We're gonna work on, for those that smoke, you'll stop smoking. Then we're gonna try to get you on to stop smoking. Some people may drink a little glass of wine to help them relax, but if that's not you, and you think that drinking a little bit of wine keeps you up, then stop that. But most people drink a little wine to help them relax. But limit, like coffee, tea, those caffeine drinks. Limit those types of drinks before heading to bed. Try to avoid those things before going to bed, because sometimes those can keep you up as well. Uh, and some people use natural sleep aid. If you find it difficult to switch your mind off at night, try a natural sleep aid like melatonin. Uh, Melatonin is a component that people use to help them sleep. They have like ZQL. I'm not familiar with how people. I'm more familiar with melatonin. For most people that takes that, but some people will use a natural sleep aid. So it's up to you, but you do need to have proper 7 to 11 hours of sleep a night. Try your best. I am going to stop. I'm going to stop. I had so much more uh, to talk about, but I'm not going to be able to. There's no way I'm going to be able to talk about all of this. I may have to do a part 3 of this, because it's just so much more that I want to talk with you guys about. I guess I'm becoming an advocate now of us having the best health as we need for the year 2024. I think we can do better. I think we could do a lot better with how we present our bodies. How, not so much as, because we know that the Bible teaches us to present our bodies, and this is the temple of God, but it also helps us to feel better about ourselves. Uh, Not saying that we're gonna look like we did when we were in high school, but we do need to maybe look a little better, cut back on some things as far our body would look better and healthier. Okay, healthier. Okay, Joyce, I see you, my friend. Say yes, part 3 is good. So yeah, it look like it's gonna have to be part 3. Okay, guys, thank you so much. And please, please, always in the comment, you can always ask a question in the comment. I like how Millie, how she interjected so much in the comments, and Thomasine, how you put things into perspective. How about you celebrate 22 years of stop smoking? Fantastic. I'm so proud of you. It's okay to type in a question for me. If I can answer it, I will do my best to answer it. If I can't, I will make sure I will get the answers for you. This is what this Tuesday Talk is about. I want people to engage with me. So make sure that it's okay to type in a comment while we're on live any concerns that you may have, particularly about your health or any concerns for that matter at all. Thursday, Bible study. My husband's going to talk about the doctrine of grace. That's going to be fantastic. I already feel it. The doctrine of grace. That's Thursday at 4 o'clock for Bible study moment. Please, please join in. That's on our Devoted to Him page. Uh, please make sure you share this Tuesday Talk on your personal Facebook page so others can see what we're doing. It's just so important for us at Devoted to Him to reach out to everyone and to help them to understand that we're still about kingdom business, kingdom work. We're still about our Father's business. So please, please share this on your personal Facebook page and follow us on Devoted to Him on our Facebook, Devoted to Him. You can also follow me on Tuesday Talk like you're doing now, Tuesday Talk T on Facebook. Please, please spread this, let folks know about us, and we're just thankful that you guys don't mind joining in with us. We're going to pray and we're going to be done. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this time. We thank you for this opportunity, God. We thank you that you always enlighten us on what to say and how to say it, and to help those who are in need of making healthier choices. That includes me. God, I thank you so much for enlightening us on all the teaching today, that we are to do better for ourselves. And when we do better for ourselves, we will always be pleasing in your sight. Now, God, we ask you to bless these who did not find it robbery to join in. We ask you to bless them individually in their particular homes, their families. God, as always, we ask you to bless this entire world as a whole. God, we love you so much and we honor you on this day. And we thank you so much for always being the center of our joy and the joy of our strength. It is in Jesus' name we do pray. Amen. Guys, until next time, you guys be blessed. Love you.